Hi Aries, this week we have got a little bit of a smoother week than usual. We have got just the end of, let's say, Mercury retrograde's shadow period. So we've had a lot of Mercury retrograde energy where our communication, our thinking has been not as clear as usual. And so now that Mercury retrograde is over and Mercury is kind of moving through the last 3 degrees of Taurus, next week we're going to be moving back Mercury into Gemini. So this week is kind of like tying up loose ends. It's kind of like thinking about what lessons you might have learned over the past few weeks and how you want to communicate in the future with people. You know, if you've had some relationship hiccups, you know, how can you experience it in a different way? How can you shift your perspectives? How can you shift some mindsets that might be holding you back? How can you communicate more clearly, basically? How can you communicate more clearly with yourself and also with the other person? So this can be a really important week for you to just kind of like let things settle and to work out what was going on. So in your cards for this week, we have got the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you need to slow it down a little bit. Mercury retrograde was actually all about slowing down, and now that Mercury is direct, it's really a chance for us to say, oh, this is where I've been rushing too much, this is where I've been talking too fast, this is where I've, been acting before I speak, this is where I've been not kind of like allowing myself to have the time that I need for self-care. I've always felt a little bit kind of like, oh, I have to be somewhere, I have to do something. And so this is really a reminder for you this week to kind of settle down. We've also got Saturn retrograde this week. So Saturn is our responsibility and our authority and, all of those kind of like very grown up things. And if we have too much of those, then we get very tired. So remember just to slow down and have a little bit of pleasure as well. So if you want to book a reading, there are links below. Otherwise, you can also check out the blog and don't forget to subscribe. I hope to see you next week.